Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Get Creative. I'm Heidi and today what we're going to be exploring are geometric and organic shapes as we make a really fun face collage. So here are some examples of geometric shapes on the left and organic shapes on the right. You'll see that in geometric shapes we have triangles, rectangles, diamonds, octagons, ovals, hexagons, squares, and circles. On the right-hand side, you see that we have organic shapes. You see the difference between them and geometric shapes? Yeah, I don't see a lot of straight lines in the organic shapes. They're more free-form, more curvy lines, and they are asymmetrical for the most part. If you were to cut a rectangle in half, you'd get two squares. That makes it symmetrical. All of those shapes in geometric shapes, if you were to cut in half, are symmetrical. Organic shapes are asymmetrical. Do you notice any other differences between the two groups of shapes? So now that you know a little bit about geometric and organic shapes, I'll show you some examples I've made using colorful construction paper. A circle. Which kind of shape is that? Geometric. What about this shape? Organic. What about this triangle? Geometric shape, yes. And what about this flower? Organic, yes. So, are you ready to get started? Now, you're going to need, for this, a pair of scissors, a marker, colorful construction paper, a glue stick, and either a white piece of paper like this or a piece of paper that's about this size, 8.5 by 11, for your actual, when we're building the first part of our face. You're going to need to start with a larger piece of paper, such as an 8.5 by 11 white piece of paper, or if you have construction paper that size. Also, now, what if you don't have colorful construction paper at home? You can use any kind of paper that you find. So say you can find grocery ads that are sent to your home. You can use those. You could use paper from magazines. What other ideas do you have about that if you don't have construction paper? All right. So, are you ready to get started? Thumbs up if you are. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through the steps of creating a face collage. And these can be as playful as you want. I'm just showing you one way of doing it and how to just start and think about the process. You can follow along or you can come up with your own fun face. That's your choice. All right, let's get started. All right, everybody. So for this first step, we're going to be drawing a head template. And it's going to look something like this. And it's just a blank template for us to build fun facial features on. So you can start this with either an 8.5 by 11 piece of white paper or any other kind of paper that's about that size, such as construction paper. I found a file folder that I cut in half. All right. So you're also going to need a marker. If you feel comfortable enough without a marker, without drawing this out first, you can cut the shape yourself. I'm just going to do a simple drawing to show you how to get started. So we'll start down in the neck area, and I'm going to go out and make a round head, and they're going to go back in for the neck. You got it? Next step is we're going to cut along that line we drew. Cut carefully, take your time. And voila, we have our head and neck shape. Okay, so now that you have your head and neck shape, we're going to think about the features of a face. What are some features on your face? We have eyes, noses, mouths. What else? Eyebrows. Great. So what we're going to start with first is how to build a basic eye. I like starting with a basic kind of oval shape. And you can use any color for this. And you can either draw this out or free cut it out. I'll show you how to free cut with my scissors. So we have one, and two. Now you can use any color for these. It doesn't have to be white. I just chose white. Now, I'm going to think about the color of your eyes, or any color you can imagine. Maybe if you really wanted purple eyes, you could make that too. I'm just going to go for the more conservative route and use some brown paper and free cut some circles. Place one there. Place one there. Now you'll notice that I'm not gluing down as I go. Just like on our other collage work, it's great to be able to move your items that you cut out and to see how exactly you like them. And as you build, continue to build, you can rearrange as you go. So you're not locked into a certain look just yet. All right, let's think about this area. What do you find in that area? A nose. So noses can be done in many different ways. You can think about kind of a wider shape, and then it gets narrow. As you get closer to the eyes, you can make this a little bit more curved if you want to. These aren't supposed to be exactly what we look like. It's more of representations of what we look like, or just a general face, right? So I've built my nose. What next? Lips or a mouth. Now this is the fun part. This is where you get to think about, do I want this face to look happy, maybe sad, or calm? You can change a lot with how your face looks by thinking about what kind of expression your lips are making. And we'll talk later about eyebrows. Also, eyebrows can help with giving your face a certain expression too, right? So I'm going to take another piece of construction paper and make my lips. I'm going to do some orange lips. So you could do a very simple kind of organic shape like this to start. And then you can kind of cut away to how you want to shape it. And you can place there. Now, let's think about hair. I'm going to cut out some organic shapes. That's an organic shape. And build my hair. So you can build it in sections, or if you have a larger piece of paper that would cover enough of your head, you can cut it out in one piece. But since I don't have one of those, I'm just gonna get some fun shapes. I'm gonna think about one side here. Another side here. See how many fun organic shapes we have in there? And I want to make bangs, even though I don't have bangs. I want to make bangs for this face. So I'm going to cut kind of like a curved top to kind of match the curved line of the top of my head. Place it there. And what I notice is, look how my hair is kind of sticking up here and here. I'm going to take out this piece and I'm going to cut it a little bit so it goes along the curve a little bit more and blends in. You see how I did that? And the same on this side. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I kind of want to do that to make it look like an entire head of hair. Great. So what else could we do? I feel like she's missing some eyebrows. Now, since I made her hair orangish, but again, you don't have to do this. I want to create eyebrows that match her hair, but you can make green eyebrows, whatever you like. See, cut a little piece here. Ooh, definitely that eye already looks really expressive, even the way the direction of the eyebrow is going. We'll see. I think I want to do this. See how much of a difference even just a little placement of an eyebrow, the direction it's going? She maybe looks a little bit more angry or frustrated there, but then if I tilt it, not so much, right? going to make another eyebrow. Looking at this eyebrow, I'm going to trim it down a little bit and place it there. Now, play with your eyebrows for a little bit. I like them like that. How about you? How did you place your eyebrows on your face? Next, what about eyelashes? Now, a fun way to make eyelashes is you could just take kind of a rectangular piece, line it up with the eye. I'm going to cut off a little bit. And what we're going to do is trim You see how I didn't cut all the way? But I'm trimming little pieces in here. And then what I'm going to do, you see that? I'm going to take these little pieces and push them up. Then I'm going to slide it behind the eyeball and see what I get. Kind of fun, right? So then I'm going to take another rectangular piece of paper, cut it, and do the same. Making sure not to cut all the way so that these pieces that you're making don't fall off the piece of paper. We want them to stay so you have a way to attach them to the paper, right? And also for them to sit behind the eye. You can fold them up. And I'm going to place this behind the eye. I need to cut that a little bit. I'm going to trim it. That eyeball looks a little funny, so I rearranged it. So now you have eyelashes, eyebrows, some hair, a nose, a mouth. What else do you want to add? I think it would be fun to give her maybe some kind of a shirt that her neck can go into. So I'm going to take another piece of paper about that size. You see how I'm taking the piece of paper first and seeing, okay, do I have enough to work with? I think I do. So I want to make it look like there's a little bit of a shoulder. Though if her shoulders, if it was really true, her shoulders would be a little further out here. But, so I cut the edges here, and I'm going to leave the rest, just so we have some color. All right. Now that we're at this stage of, we have the basics, eyes, eyelashes, eyebrows, a mouth, a nose, hair, I want us to think about different fun accessories we can make. Now, my challenge to you is thinking about this area first. Now on this area that you've created, I want you to think about geometric shapes, creating all geometric shapes in this area. So let me give you an example. So I'm going to choose Triangles. So remember, a triangle is an example of a geometric shape. I'm going to layer triangles. And then I'm going to use maybe a circle. Create a circle. What other examples of geometric shapes could we use on her shirt? A square. Put a square right in the middle of that circle. See? Now, after you've built geometric shapes to design her shirt with, we're going to think about what kind of accessories do we want to add? Do we want to give her a crown? So this is an example of an organic shape. So I'm going to move her down so you can see. So how I did that was I just got a rectangular piece of paper and I cut out triangles basically over and over again. So that's a fun example of how to give her an accessory. What about a hat? That's kind of fun. You know, that's a very simple shape too. That's actually a semicircle. Now, on that hat, maybe we can make her a nice organic shaped flower. I'm just going to free cut. You see? I'm just moving my scissors around. You can always draw out your shapes before you cut them out if that's what you prefer. But sometimes it's actually really fun to work in this way, where you're not drawing too much, but you're actually using the scissors to draw. You see that? Kind of looks like a flower or even a butterfly maybe. I'm going to place that on her hat. Now in the middle, I wanted to make it look like a flower, so I'm going to, I'd already pre-cut a little kind of circular shape. I added that to the middle of her flower. So what else could we build for her? What about making her some glasses? What about, she's missing her eyelashes got all out of sorts, but that's okay. We can glue those down in a little bit, but I wanted to just show you all the ways you can play with the composition before you make a commitment with glue. What about, now this is the big talk as of late, what we're doing is keeping everybody safe and ourselves safe and healthy by, if we go out, we wear face masks. You can even build her own, maybe one that looks like yours. What about I want to give her some different lips. You can make her talk. You could add teeth. She looks like she needs some bottom teeth, doesn't she? She's opening wide for the dentist. If you wanted to close her mouth and just show a little bit of teeth, you could. What are some other ideas you have? What about a different shaped nose? Put her lips back. Change out the nose. Look at that. How that changes everything. What about anything else you think you might want to add here? What if she had a lot of freckles? You could cut little circles for freckles, or if she had a beautiful mole on her face. Put a little mole here. What about, is there anything else you can think of? What if you wanted to combine different colors of hair? You could add more hair. Make it look like she has layers of hair. You could do this in the same color. Or maybe you have two different colors of hair, two tones that you want to add. You could always change the shape of her hair, right? You could give her, you know, maybe one long ponytail on the side. You can do almost anything with this, right? So, when you've decided on your final composition, you feel like you're done, you could take your glue stick and start gluing. What I'd suggest is gluing the big parts first and then the details on top. So like here, for example, I'm going to just run my glue atop her forehead, over her forehead, and glue that down. And I'm going to work my way down to make sure that hair is all secure. And it probably will help to just glue on her the face that we cut. I got some glue there, wipe it off. Right, and then continue and remember how we built those, all those little details. We can move those out of the way first. And did you remember though, we had the eye on top of the eyebrow. So what you're going to do is you can take your eye right here and you're going to glue these two pieces together first. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on my, did I say eyebrow? I meant eyelash. And I'm going to make sure that that sticks first to the eye. And then I'm going to glue my eye down, right? So that's actually sitting behind the eye, right? And you can do all kinds of fun stuff, like raise the eyelashes. Next, you can glue the other part of your eye there. And then, don't forget her eyebrow. so. And glue her nose. Got a lot of glue on mine. You don't really need that much. Her nose. And then her lips. And you can always go back to the rest of your composition and reinforce. You see how this little flap is hanging out? You can go carefully lift up the loose piece of paper, put some glue under there, and then press down. Okay, I'm going to finish this other eye, and then we'll talk about her shirt and then the accessories we built. All right. So, did you make any eyelashes? Or are you planning to? What other facial features did you make? Did you make anything that was different than mine? Did you come up with any ideas while we're going through this? All right. And I'm going to take the eyebrow. Mouth. Okay, make sure everything's on there. Yeah, perfect. Next is the shirt. Again, take the larger shapes and work from there. So I'm just going to glue her neck area. Place the shirt on. Then I'm going to take my larger shapes, like the circle, glue that on. I'm going to take the square first and glue that on. So I'm building in layers. Then I'm going to take the triangle. And see, as you glue, you can make decisions and you can change things up, right? Okay, and then I'm going to glue the other triangle on top of that. Voila! So now you've got a fun working face. And remember we talked about all those accessories. You can always add the accessories permanently or keep them loose and play around with them. Right? Maybe one day she's wearing glasses. Maybe one day she's not. Maybe she's going to go out for a walk and wear her hat. Maybe she wants a flower on her hat, so you could glue those together. So that's one accessory. What other accessories did you make for her? Or for your face? So I built an accessory like a hat. Again, glasses, and I'm not gluing those down. I mean, you can if you want to, but it's kind of fun to have a couple loose parts to play with. I built her a mask. And I built earlier a bow tie. And if it's something that you want to change her lips or mouth with, you don't have to glue down your lips. You can leave that area blank and switch different mouths out with her. Or you could make another one of these and have everything loose and change it up every day. You don't have to glue it down, so you can make a new composition every day. All right, what do you think? Did you have fun making this? I did. So, can you think about and find where are all the organic shapes you see here? Her mouth, nose, her hair, eyebrows. Her eyelashes were rectangular, and they're kind of rectangular here too. So that's more of a geometric shape. Her eyes, ovals, a little irregular ovals, so they're almost in the organic shape territory. Like I said, her nose. Now, what about geometric shapes? What are some examples of geometric shapes you see on her? Yeah, the square, the circle, the triangles. Even this shape is a geometric shape. What about if you just wanted to experiment with this head shape and then practice all of your different types of shapes and cutting them out? So both are geometric and organic shapes. I have a fun idea for you. You could take just these big shapes that you've practiced cutting, and you can put them around your head. This is a little bit more abstract. We don't have the facial features, but we have color and shapes. And that makes for a really interesting composition as well. You can move those around, add more. Maybe you wanted to add a hint of a self-portrait or a facial feature. You can put an eye here. You can practice layering shapes on top of each other, right? And you can build in that way. You can rearrange. You can do this every day, create more shapes for that. Practice cutting shapes and putting them on here. All right. So, do you enjoy yourself making face collages with organic and geometric shapes? I sure did. I can't wait to see what you came up with today. Please make sure you share with us on Instagram at #VirtualPurpleMuseum or #PurpleMuseumCreations. Thank you, everybody. Until next time, happy making, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you for watching our Virtual Purple Museums broadcast. If you're enjoying this content, please consider making a donation to support our efforts. Our broadcasts are every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Stay in the loop by joining our email list by visiting www.cdm.org. Sign up today.